Hello and welcome. It's another day to talk football. This is Monday Football Digest. And yes, it's another week. It's another Monday. And this, well, you've just entered the international break.
Yeah.
Happy New Month, everyone.
Yeah, Happy New Month. Yes, that's right. Happy New Month. Happy New Month. And before then, let's go over what happened during the weekend. All of the sweet games that happened during the weekend. We'll go over them. But before then, of course, I'm not doing this alone. I am here with phenomenal Becca.
That's me.
Phenomenal Becca.
Phenomenal.
And Destiny. Just Destiny. Just Destiny. Just
phenomenal. Don't worry. I'll cover you. I got you.
Fan.
He's always saying that. He's always
The
saying
just a
that.
fan.
Let's so how was the weekend for you? How's the weekend for you?
You mean me?
Yeah.
Just say it. I got you.
The weekend, because of the the weekend, during the Friday, Saturday, there was this pressure. I wasn't expecting much on Sunday, and to be fair, I was just following life source. I could have watched the match, but I don't want to get heart attack. But then it's not our fault. I mean, the roof was leaking. Our boys caught a cold, and it affected their performance.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
but
Manchester United should employ this girl. You do good PR work. Do great PR work.
yeah, well, the team, they are actually working on fixing the
That's
roof.
a very good excuse.
Very.
Very good. I'm Destiny. Before we go back to her, how was your weekend?
Okay, my weekend was good though. So certain situations want to just spoil the weekend for me, but we give thanks to God Almighty.
All right. So for me, I had a very stressful weekend. I was stressed. Arsenal stressed me. Football stressed me. But it's all good. It's all good. We are here this morning to talk football. Talk football. Now we're going to start with the two teams that actually, performance-wise, they were very awful performance-wise. We're going to start from that. Chelsea and then Manchester United. We're going to start from Chelsea because if you were
Ladies first.
He said he wants to start with
if you were
Chelsea.
in any of the viewing centers, you would have. If you were in any viewing center yesterday, you would have. Osimhen. See, this thing they used to say that if you call somebody's name, person is not the you sneeze. If that thing actually works, Osimhen would have died.
Sneezing.
I'm telling
Chelsea
you.
fans, whatever happens in that match is Osimhen. Whatever happens, everything was Osimhen. Like Osimhen was your player. Osimhen was but when we talk transfers, we're going to talk about Osimhen and Chelsea. But that game, everybody expected Chelsea to win that game. It was supposed to be an easy win for Chelsea.
Yeah.
An easy win for Chelsea. They scored that goal and missed a couple of chances, and second half came and then
we died.
It was something different. It was something different. But before I get your thoughts, I want to state something out here because something I've noticed about Chelsea, even since Pochettino was there, when Chelsea is playing against any team who keeps a low block, like who defends deep, it's very, very hard for Chelsea to break that team down. It's always very hard. It's always very hard for Chelsea to break that team, break that team down. But we saw how they had their chances against this Crystal Palace team. And I think the reason why it's very hard for Chelsea is because they lack experience in that team. There's a lot of inexperienced players in that team, and I'm expecting teams like that game. Felix should have come in a little bit early. Neto would have started in his normal position. We know him starting on the right hand side. I was expecting to tweak that squad a little bit, but he put up that lineup. Of course, we can't blame the coach for that performance because Chelsea had opportunities to score. Madueke missed two good chances. The goalkeeper was very good in one of those chances.
And you're not even talking about Jackson.
I'll come to Jackson. We always know Jackson for
The one thing is supposed to.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish.
So Jackson missed his own chances. I think Palmer had a few attempts on goal. Off target, he was supposed to the Palmer we know would have scored those chances, but it was just not his day in terms of goal scoring. But he got that assist, which was quite nice. And so, but overall, when you look at Chelsea, you just know that the problems are there. You see the problems are there in your face. Immaturity in that team. Madueke is the chief of them all. I love the guy. I love Madueke.
Yeah.
I made it a point of a responsibility on my end to always talk about Chelsea starting Madueke. And he's starting now. He did well in the last game, but in this other one, like I said, immaturity. But let's just talk about Chelsea. Let me start from just Destiny. Let's talk about Chelsea. What do you think happened? What do you think happened on Sunday?
Okay, what happened was that in his inability to kill the game at the time needed, I wouldn't do Chelsea because you are seeing teams that are playing low block. Mind this is Crystal Palace. What they played last season, same thing they are playing. They not change.
That's what they always play. Though. We know they see.
The only thing that only said just left. So, but we won them home and away last season.
Yeah.
Now, for me, why I feel that we won that one and we not win this one was the personnel in the game. If you look at it, the lineup we brought in on that for that game, you see that there are people that can press even with your low block, find way to bring you out and hit you. But in this one, everybody was just tapping the ball, and I'm saying this thing. Maesca is trying his best, but you see that role that is giving Gusto. I'm seeing Gusto more in the midfield. I'm not enjoying it. Why do I say I'm not enjoying it? Because Gusto, I feel that Gusto would have given Madueke extra firepower. If I didn't mean that Gusto were to be on the flank. And because this guy, what's his name? Fofana was not doing that work because Fofana was playing as a part of the three backs. So he cannot just be overlapping like that and be going. So that was where the issue was. So it was not like Madueke was going up and down everything. So I feel that the man would have done it in a way that it would have been Cucurella in the midfield and Gusto would be running the flanks.
I think Madueke, if there's any credit to him, he was very good defensively.
No,
there were many times he tracked back. Chase the game, yes. Chase forward and then get the ball.
There were many times. But like I always say, like I said in the interview we had, I think that I don't know who I will blame for the loss. I cannot put the blame on anybody, but I can put it on the team because inability to kill the game.
Okay.
But at least we came out with a point. It's a good. At least it's not that we lost back-to-back home games.
That's a small thing.
No. At least no. Funny enough,
let's go ahead. I understand.
As a small team, let me be honest with you. I'm not a small team. I'm a big team. Yeah. But right now we're under a situation whereby we are undergoing new developments. So right now we are just there.
Thank you, Becca.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
About that one. The only thing I loved about it was the fact that Iberiches is called them. I was like, why does this always happen? I mean, you gave him to them on loan and then he had to equalize. And it was like a shut up to Jackson with what Mikel said something about him, and then he scored first and he told Mikel, shut up. Who is training these guys? I'm like, excuse you, really? Where were you when Mikel was playing? Because he scored and then you shut my Mikel up, and now he scored and Iberiches shut him up, and I was actually waiting for him to go back and respond to me because that's the only interesting thing I enjoyed about that match. But I was quite disappointed that Chelsea couldn't win. Come on, it's Crystal Palace now. I was really expecting them. I'm not like a Chelsea fan, but I was really expecting them to win Crystal Palace. Not like it's supposed to be a walk over the park. No team is. No, not even Southampton, Ipswich. None of them is a walk through the path. And you know that we'll get to Ipswich, but if we're not getting there because we have a lot to talk about. Nothing about that Chelsea match now. In as much as Crystal Palace is not a small team, but I was really expecting Chelsea to win. But nevertheless, just like you said, they got a point. They got 4, 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to hear your thoughts out there to Chelsea fans and football fans. What do you think happened in that Chelsea game? Who is to blame? Destiny says not blaming anybody. Who is to blame for that disappointing result at the end of the day? So we move over
to the
red side of Manchester United. The red side of Manchester.
That was what's
now, like I said, everybody will forgive me because I want to rant. There's no. I said it offline. I've said it off air, and I want to say it here to everybody who's listening. There's no way anybody wants to tell me. There's nothing. There's no excuse or there's no defense you want to put up right now. I think Rashford has nudes or naked pictures of Ten Hag.
Or
the sex tape. There's
Or in
nothing.
sorry, two of them are in a relationship. What do you want to tell me?
This is not even. See, if it's a relationship, it's very unhealthy. See, there's nothing anybody wants to tell me because a friend of mine, who is a Manchester United fan, local. He said he needs to see the contract of the new contract this guy signed, Rashford signed. He needs to see the details of that contract because it's looking like Rashford. Part of the contract says that he shouldn't be benched.
Yes,
he's looking like it because we've seen players. If I said it here. If Anthony can be benched for his bad performances, then Rashford too
should be benched.
Should be loaned out.
Or even dashed out because that guy,
it's quite embarrassing for a team like Manchester United to have a player underperforming like on a regular basis, and he's not being
back
talked
to
about.
back.
He's not being talked about. The legends, all the legends are there. All their legends are there. Former players are there. They know how to talk about Anthony.
They know how to talk about Sancho. But Rashford,
everybody's turning a blind eye on this guy. See, like I said, I want to rant. Ten Hag on his own. Ten Hag himself.
He used Clipper.
This is Ten Hag's. Is this fourth season or third season?
His third season.
Fourth season at Manchester United.
Yeah.
And you look at Manchester United and ask yourself. We talked about it last time. What has this guy done in this team?
Differently.
And Arne Slot, we are seeing little changes with what Jurgen Klopp had, with this team, with Liverpool team. What has Ten Hag done for this Manchester United team? What has he done? What difference has he made for a coach as bald-headed and big-headed as Ten Hag to come out to say that I won 2 trophies?
Yes, he
said I am the most successful manager after Guardiola in England because you won an FA Cup and a Carling Cup. Yes. Guardiola has won back-to-back trophies, EPL trophies, and Guardiola is not coming out to say I am the most successful, I'm better than anybody, I'm doing this. Jurgen Klopp won trophies and didn't say anything. Tuchel, they've won trophies. They didn't use that as a stepping stone or as an excuse to why a team should not sack them. And Ten Hag is coming to tell Manchester United fans, and he said it last season. I made a video about it last season, and Manchester United fans came for my head. Have you gotten that? How low can you go, Manchester United? How low can you guys go?
Slow down.
No, let's talk about this. How low can you get a coach to come out, a coach of your team, Manchester United, that should be challenging for the Champions League? I'm not saying going to the Champions League, challenging. That should be challenging for the Premier League. A coach will come out and say, I won 2 trophies. What trophies? One unbreakable cup.
150-year-old.
One job.
No, unbreakable plates. Okay, no. One unbreakable cup and unbreakable.
And you come out and make statements like that and understand that I'm not embarrassed. Becca.
I am embarrassed.
Okay, embarrassed.
Ten Hag is. With all due respect.
There's no respect. I'm not giving anybody
with all due respect. The most useless coach in England. If Ipswich, oh my God, those guys, their coaches are doing great. Look at their play pattern. Look at what happened with Arsenal and Brighton. Arsenal got a red card. Rice was removed. Arteta knew that he needed a defensive midfielder because, they are not playing 10 against 11. He needed the best man for the job and he knew who to put. His changes are accurate. Ten Hag makes the most bizarre changes. Imagine taking out Garnacho. Who does that?
Me.
Imagine taking out Garnacho and starting Rashford. Rashford keeps flopping, doing that. Oh my God. You have Zexi. You have other strikers.
Sexy.
You have Zexi and other strikers, and yet you play Bruno as false 9. Dude, come on.
But do you know how I like this one? Play Bruno for 10. Play Bruno for 10. Now he played the 10. Start a striker, he starts Sexy. Start my delete and he starts the 2 of them.
The point is let's let me
doesn't have a mind of his own.
Let's get very serious now. Now, when you're playing a team like Liverpool, and it's this team is going to be on your neck like throughout. They have attackers that can punish you. You need your strikers or your attackers to be at their best.
Yes. Manchester
United missed, I think, from what I could remember, about 3 big chances that should have gone in. These are chances that you should bury when you're playing a team like Liverpool. And now you have an attack that is always going to be slow when one player gets the ball. Rashford, it's always going to be slow.
Very slow.
Whatever speed you're going at, if Rashford gets the ball, that attack is.
And the first, it's not that the guy does not have pace to continue the attack. We have the pace.
That guy lacks. That
Well,
guy
I don't understand
is, Rashford is somebody's village person. No, they say I don't do these village people now. No, that's why somebody's village people. There's somebody Rashford is punishing Manchester United.
Yes, I feel like.
See, there's somebody Rashford is punishing at Manchester United. Somebody is betting.
Rashford is a weapon. He's the weapon for
Formed against somebody.
Yes.
That's the truth of because it's Rashford was compared to Mbappe at one point. They went on this. Talent-wise, they're the same level.
Yeah.
And for you not to have enough ambition, this is a Manchester United team that will lose a game and Rashford will go clubbing. Indiscipline. Now you're hearing that Casemiro left the stadium as soon as he was substituted, and his wife posted a picture of Casemiro, all the trophies he has posted. The Hag has lost it. The Hag has lost the dressing room. The Hag has lost it.
He has lost his head. Lost the club, everything.
You know, it's shameful. It's quite shameful what's going on in Manchester United. I would expect better from the Hag, knowing that you have a point to prove.
But do you know the funniest thing is that the funniest thing of it all is that if you are removing the Casemiro, who is now coming in?
No, I'm not.
No, first of all, the squad depth alone. Now they are calling Ugarte. Fine, we all know Ugate's record. Ugarte is a good player, but he's rough. He can dive into the next challenge, put him more work on the minor, on the innocent minor. After everything, you now go and bring Cole here.
We need to let's see him play in the Premier League first. That's what we can. That's how I can say. Let's see him play in the Premier League first.
It's so disappointing because now this is the same Liverpool that Ipswich. Remember I told you that's not small club. Small Ipswich held Liverpool to a goalless first half.
First half draw.
And
Brentford.
So what's going to happen if we meet Ipswich?
Ipswich will call out now.
Until then. More heartbreak for you, more joy for me.
And Onana is a forest trader. There's nothing.
He's taking risks. He's taking risks.
Anybody, if I'm comparing, they ask me who is the best forest trader in the world, I'll say it's Onana. Because
risk taker.
Nobody, even forest trader cannot take the risk that Onana is taking.
But he told us that he's going to take more risks this season.
Only a forest trader, only a top forest trader.
I'm not even seeing the risks yet. I'm not even seeing the risks yet because there's a lot. Manchester United as always a big risk. So I'm not even
being a first choice keeper for Man U is a big risk.
Well, let's just move on. Manchester United fans, and let's hear your thoughts. Let's hear your thoughts on this one. Let's know what happened. Let's know what you think about Ten Hag. Let's know what you think about Rashford. Let's know what you think about the whole game. Let's just know what you think about the whole the last 3 games. Is it the last 2 games now? I think the last 2 games that Manchester United has played. Let's know what you think about that as we move forward. And a slot and Liverpool.
Wow.
And a slot on Liverpool. You know, there were a lot of thoughts before the season started that this guy is going to struggle. Although it's still too early to judge, because I think one Liverpool fan said something that I was really happy about. I like people who know who think. He said that he's not rating the coach yet. It's not like he doesn't rate the coach. He said he's not going to rate him yet until
there are injuries.
Until he's not injuries until he plays a team like Arsenal, a compact teams that are very decent like Arsenal.
And Man City.
So it brings me to another point. Nobody rates Manchester United anymore. Nobody rates Manchester United anymore. I'm saying he says he wants to play teams like Arsenal and then Man City. He says so. I was like, what of this man? What of this man? He said no. This one they're not threats. They're not threats. Liverpool have scored. What's his name? Salah has scored 15 goals
against
Manchester United.
Continue the Chelsea legacy.
15 goals against Manchester United. But that's what
we've already moved ahead.
But
we're talking about
coming to his pattern now. But coming to this slots. Now, if you look at this name where you go to our person we call the dash people points. Not
slot.
As a slot now where you be, but not say even as slots now.
Now they collect
from you. Like the pattern of play is just modernize or in fact I don't know English. Enhanced the Jurgen Klopp pattern. Unlike if the Jurgen Klopp now if it's Jurgen Klopp that was coaching the Liverpool side, I feel that the goals will be more. You understand? But they think that there will be a lot of loose balls on the Liverpool end. But what this coach is now doing is that you don't concede much. And if he's trying to score, he will score you. So if they win the ball, they will still press you. But they'll pass the ball around, not to lose the ball,
Yeah.
but they'll still press you. If unlike your club will get long ball, boom, Salah will be there. Like, and I'm like, everybody focusing on Salah. If now Salah, Diaz. When you look at this one, you don't know who you are going to hold. Imagine Gravenberch
Dictating the game.
dictating the game. And McAllister was just there patrolling, just free. Szoboszlai, enough for the chance he missed. Szoboszlai was sharp. Arnold turned prime Cafu. Yesterday, Arnold turned prime Cafu. That
Because of Rashford.
Arnold was sweet yesterday. Even the other young boy, Conor Bradley that they brought in, was sweet. The luck that man had was that they not bring in Elliott. If they are brought in Elliott into the game, to God knows me, what would have seen is him begging like onions. But kudos to Arne Slot. He's doing a good job.
Arne Slot is cooking.
But like I always say, you see new managers, I won't rate them now. You understand? Chelsea I say talk, I know you rate my coach. Whether if like me win, but if you win Man U, and get a good point, play a good game and get a point from Arsenal. But Arsenal is not my problem. Arsenal were a very good team, but you see that Man U, if you can win Man U,
all right,
okay.
All right, let's move on. Becca, I don't know if you have anything to say about them slots before we.
I just like his pattern. Just like you said, Klopp is good. And when Slot was coming in, we're like, he has a big shoe to fit in. But he fits in perfectly fine if you ask me. He fits in perfectly fine. And you hardly miss Klopp. You feel it's still Klopp that is there because these guys are even more agile, they're performing better. I mean, imagine Liverpool by now should have at least conceded 2-3 goals, even though they are winning. But everybody's up and doing defense, midfielders, strikers. So kudos to them. Look at the king of Egypt.
The best.
That is so interesting.
Premier League player.
3 goals in 3 games. 3 goals in 3 games. And assist too. That's interesting. I'm telling you that. So Slot might not be rating him yet, but he's good. And he still has a lot going on with him. Yeah.
I think 3 goals. 3 goals or 4.
2.
You know, he scored.
Okay, so far.
Yeah, so far.
Okay. Yeah, the Liverpool's attack are really firing this time. They're really firing. So let's
pray that Darwin Nunez will just improve. Just like you are praying for Jackson.
Let's move on. Now, another team that actually had that's quite decent, but one of those moments happened for them is Arsenal. First of all, Arsenal started that game very poor. Although they had chances, they had 3 shots on target at about 20-something minutes into the game. So there were chances that Saka would have.
Saka missed a lot.
Should have scored. That chance should have scored. And what happened. They went into halftime with that lead. Something happened and then the Declaras got sent off. First and foremost, did you see that incident?
Yeah, I saw it. Rice already had a yellow card, so got the second one I saw is a red card. And that particular offense, it was befitting of a yellow card. I was talking with my colleague because I was watching it. The ref has not blown the whistle and he kicked out the ball. The guy brought the ball to kick it, blocked it. The guy kicked his leg. That's a small kick. He fell down and started rolling. So that's why he got the second yellow card.
No.
What happened? Let me explain. I said, calm down. Do the calm.
He's an Arsenal fan.
So what happened is this. That he according to the law, the rule there is that he delayed play. The referee whistled for a foul, and then he was supposed to walk away from that place, but he just kind of, I don't know how to describe that, walking out of that place. And then the player threw the ball touched him from behind. And of course, the guy, in Rice's defense, he didn't know the guy was coming to kick the ball. That was first. In that, I'm like, it's a red card for me. Like, it's a bookable offense, according to the rule. So, of course, they say ignorance. There's no ignorance.
Ignorance, yeah.
So, in Rice's defense, he didn't see that guy coming to kick the ball. So, the ball came to him, and then he just, out of frustration, he just kicked the ball. The guy skipped and then kicked him. That was what happened.
Then he overreacted.
According to the rule, he delayed the restart. So that's why he got a second yellow card, because it's a delay restart. It's a bookable offense. So That's what happened. Many persons have argued over and over again.
That is not befitting of a yellow card and all that.
And I feel like, yes, some referees would have looked away.
Yeah, like
some referees,
the ref against Chelsea
would have looked away. The ref against Chelsea was very, very lenient because Crystal Palace should have gotten the red card.
Like 2.
Yeah.
In that game. It was just lenient. He was just trying to manage that game.
That Chelsea, Arsenal, ref was so harsh, but not partial though. He was harsh but impartial. That was the correct officiating, but harsh, really, really harsh. There are a lot of things you could have just.
I said it was harsh. It was harsh. Some referees would have looked away. It's up to you as a referee to actually decide that rule or not. Just show mercy or not. But of course, we can't blame the referee. He did his job.
And on that note, it's fair to say Rice actually cost Arsenal that draw.
Yes, he came out to apologize. I think before I throw it to all of you, I think Arsenal as a team, Arsenal as a team has not improved. In terms of
psychology,
psychological and mentally, they've not improved. We expect you're fighting for the league for the past 2 seasons. Coming into the new season, we expect you to do better when it comes to managing
emotions on the pitch. Yeah.
You are now seen as experienced player. Rice is an experienced player. Partey is an experienced player. White is an experienced player. Gabriel in that defense is an experienced player. Timber is not a young. I'm talking about players that I've seen that have played on. All these guys are experienced players, not the age. They might be 23, but they are very experienced players.
Yeah.
So coming to a new season, you must have checked yourself and say, where did I get it wrong last season? Let me put my emotions in check. Let me try. One player I get scared every time when Arsenal is playing, when the game gets intense. There are 2 players I get scared about. Not Zinchenko, White and Gabriel in the defense. Those are 2 players I just hope that no incident that happens to them. White is somebody that can just this shit house we call it. You can just do something, come up with something out of the blues, and then you just as a fan you just but I'm quite disappointed. That's my disappointment. They've not grown. I think Arteta has a lot of work to do. But let me hear your thoughts on that. Let me start with you.
Well, I personally, that was a strong game. I thought game for Arsenal, but they put in their best. If you ask me, I mean, having playing Brighton is a strong side, no doubt about that. But then playing 10 against 11, come on, kudos to Arsenal. I watched that match from beginning to end, and I'm like, this is impressive. Even though they lost a lot of chances. It's like if he converted those chances, he could have got like 3 goals in that particular match. He got a lot of chances to just shoot over the bar and all that, but he still pushed. It's like I was in the defense, was in the middle, was everywhere. He was just everywhere. So they had to put in their best. One thing I love, Arteta is good. Now, the ability of a coach or manager to make the right changes, make the right calls, that's what makes you a manager. You should understand what your team is lacking at that point and what you need to put in. Trust me, if you were Ten Hag, would have considered like five more goals because he knew, okay, this Rice is out. So I need someone to be there, but not making here empty too. So he needed someone that could play both ways, not like, going back and coming back to the middle and all that. And he knew that California was the man for the job, and he brought him in. And they tightened everywhere. If they tell you that was a 10 playing against 11, you wouldn't have believed it. So they did good. No matter the changes, Brighton brought in Adingra. After the African Cup of Nations, Nigerians just have this special hatred for Adingra.
Not Nigeria or something.
Mostly. So we got to know him more, and when we see him coming, Adingra did his drag everything, all of them, but nothing happened.
Manchester United
I was trying to do, when it was about coming in, 2 players. What's the other guy's name?
Yeah, they changed about 3 at the same time.
And then when they were coming, I was like, oh, this is it. This is that moment.
I
think it was quite silent. It was quite silent. It was quite silent when he came in.
One thing, playing against a 10-man.
It's even more difficult. It's even more hard.
Playing against a 10-man team like Arsenal, especially with a team that their defense is solid, not like Man U. Sorry to say, because I think and again a 10-man coming to play against a 10-man team, so it's hard a little bit though for someone like Adingra. Let's be honest ourselves. Even if it's Messi coming in, and the coach is that bent on not losing the points, even if Messi is there, it only takes God's grace to break that kind of defense. So I think that coming in was quiet because there's nothing much to do there. Because Arsenal already compact already. Saliba and Gabriel. After he collected the red card, Gabriel was now, after they considered the goal, Gabriel was now less, how do I put it? Was less deficient. Like it was not as if it was everywhere, making the tackles, everything, trying to stop the ball from reaching the post. Understand? Timber now have to move into the defense with Calafiori. Sometimes Timber will find himself in the midfield. So, and everybody was now dropping deep.
Yeah.
So for him now, so I think you see that it will hard for Adingra. It will be hard for Adingra too. Even so. Even when they were playing the shots and everything, but sometimes it will, even if you pass it, but it's not passing.
And then with Raya there.
And Raya there.
Hey.
Yes.
My God, I love that guy.
Raya there is another talking point.
Yeah.
Raya was okay. If not for Gabriel's mistake, I feel that the match have ended 1-0.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought so too.
Sure. So, well, that's that fast. Arsenal fans, let's hear your thoughts. Let's hear your thought on this one. So let's talk. I think the one of the other big team that played was Manchester City. Quick one.
We don't
talk.
I just want to point out. Haaland was scored a hat trick. 8 hat tricks in lesser games. I think it's how many
yes,
games?
in
Lesser games, something games.
It's other people completed 8 hat tricks with 100 and something games.
100 and something games. So
Haaland is 68 games.
And for those who feel like, for those who sit down and say he's a tapping merchant, no, you have no idea what it means to be a striker. Haaland is the best striker in the world right now. He is the best striker in the world. I don't think there's any striker who is as efficient
as Haaland
as it stands right now.
One of my colleagues said something about not scoring in important matches. What do you have to say about that? Because when you not like these EPL matches are not important, but when it comes to UEFA Champions League and all that,
when the focus is on you as a player, as a striker, they know you're dangerous. You see how Rudiger marks Haaland when they play Madrid. You see how Rudiger marks Haaland. So when the focus is on you as a player, it's very hard. Since most times when the team tries to defend against Messi, like they focus their marking on Messi or against Ronaldo, you see how hard it is in those games. It just takes maybe a little bit of luck for them to actually.
Then EPL sides can actually do that. Mark him. I don't see anything wrong in what people say about him being a tap, whatever. A good striker is because you have a good feeder. You have someone that's feeding you the balls, and because you're a good finisher. I mean, Jackson gets all the passes and balls, but yet he can't finish it up. Yeah, that's good. I mean, you're a striker, you're a good striker. There's no doubt about that. But then, if the EPL side can actually put their defense into use, you see that Chelsea match vexed me with that Man City Chelsea, because Pukwela was there, these two guys, Haaland, I'm like, Pukwela then withdrew. I'm like, what's happening?
Haaland has the size.
They can actually, they can actually mark him too. Mark him and frustrate him. Chelsea used to do that.
It's always hard work. It's always hard work when you're marking Haaland. We saw how it is with Gabriel and Saliba when they marked him. Both legs he didn't score. How they marked him out, he didn't score. So I think it's hard work marking Haaland. I think for the talk about big games, big teams have the
bigger approach,
the strength both tactically and then manpower they to actually keep him in check. But the smaller teams, they can't do that 90 minutes, full 90 minutes. You can't do that. Even if Man City is not playing without not playing with the striker, you can't do that against Man City for full 90 minutes. So I won't want us to dwell on that. But congratulations to Haaland, he keeps doing this stuff. So let's move. Talk La Liga briefly. Mbappe scored his first goal. You're smiling.
It's a brace, actually. It's a brace.
Sorry, he scored 2 goals. It's good for him. We're supposed to be counting 0-0-7. But I think this is
in Madrid.
Just 2 games. Madrid, right? 2 games. How many games? 4 games. 4 games. So
one thing I like with this in Madrid is that you can, except they have injury, you cannot be 0-7.
Well, we hoped he wasn't. He didn't do that. So, but
he's not 0-7.
I want to point out something that I think about that in the La Liga quickly before I want to ramble. Barcelona are flying.
They're on fire.
They're flying.
No, they're hot now.
They're on fire.
When you look at that team, you be like, who is here? And then at the end of the day, you see these guys play.
Exactly.
The mixture of La Masia and the experienced players there is working so well for the coach. You have to give credit to Hansi Flick.
Yeah.
Hansi Flick, that guy is cold-blooded. Your team is losing 6-0 and his face is just like they are enjoying the game. That guy is cold-blooded. I can see. That guy is. This guy would bring in this Bayern Munich approach to games. When they score you 3, they don't want to stop. 4, you keep going. I think that's the approach you want to bring to. But Barcelona are flying. I'm happy for them because everybody thought that everybody was.
It's finished with back. Yeah.
Done for because you sold Gordon Gundogan and who does that? And then, but they are managing themselves. But except maybe injury comes in. That's the only thing. If injury comes in, De Jong is an injury player. Injury comes in, we have to now know how they manage. So yes, that's that for that. Let's come back home quickly.
I really want to talk about that. I'm burning.
The Super Eagles of Nigeria are back. They are back. About I think we had about 3-4 players.
Yeah, about 4 or 5. Yeah.
As at the time of making these videos, about 3 or 4 players arrived in camp.
Wait, sorry, I'm not cutting you. Before you go ahead and talk about. Now, earlier last week, we were so happy we were elated. You know how last week Monday we talked about the fact that they wanted to make Iguavon a caretaker interim, not Cochiana, and you're like, he's always there they call upon him and he always come. But then 3-4 days later, we were overjoyed. We got Bruno Labadia from where's that country again now? I think from General's brother.
I'm happy I didn't get to learn how to pronounce that guy's name.
Labadia.
I haven't learned it. So
Nigerians went to, and that would have been a sign. Nigeria went to his page on Twitter, trust us now, on X. They were like, guy, you know go comment. Guy, they first make you collect the job. You know go post. They never pay you. You know, you never sign contracts. Like that was a joke.
I'm sure that guy saw the pressure.
Like that was a joke. 3 days later, we heard that contract, it didn't work. How can you announce someone as your coach when you've not made? Who does that now?
I'm silent. You know why I'm silent?
NFF, come on.
NFF is funny. Like they have run this like as a comedy.
Comic relief. Sorry.
Thank you. Like I don't know whether because of the nature of Nigerians, we like cruise. You don't enter professional wise. Small thing, don't put them out. When they said it, okay, fine. I was like, okay. I was even waiting for some people to say congrats to him for getting the job. All of a sudden, boom, we have rejected. I was like,
no.
I think you just pointed out the fact that the Nigerians went to his speech. I think that guy must have seen the pressure. Number one, I'm just saying.
But that's NFF said that's not the reason.
Everyone has seen the pressure. That guy must have saw what South Africans are doing, what Nigeria are doing to South Africa.
NFF says they're asking for NFF to cover tax whatever in their country, which is not part of the initial agreement and all that. So it's not going to happen. If Gavin will take the interim, blah 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 blah. Oh my God, really can do better. But nevertheless, I'm actually seeing us qualifying for Africa. I mean, we should qualify. How can we not qualify for Africa?
See, for me, let me be honest with you. The way I'm seeing this Nigerian team. Qualifying is not the issue. It's not you qualify and you go there and play rubbish. First of all,
let's qualify.
Let's qualify. Let's qualify. Then we'll go ahead.
Nigeria should not be missing tournaments. It's not
right.
It should not.
It should not happen. Yeah.
It should not be happening. We should not be missing. We should not be missing going to the World Cup or even the Nations Cup. Even if it's we should not be using.
Let's just get there.
Let's move on.
Okay.
So of course the games are going to be played, and this weekend the games are going to be played.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to those games. I'll be back here, of course, to give you
how it went on. And then the Falconets.
So the MPFL resumed.
Yeah.
Has resumed. The Economic Warriors, Enugu Rangers,
and Academy, a goalless draw.
Of Kano State, bro.
What's it called? They are
opening
Enugu Rangers are in the continent.
Yeah. They're winning MPFL champion.
I was really surprised that they could not fix the stadium in time for UCAF, to
check out one of that.
But that's by the way, we know how it is here. So, but it has started. Heartland FC, according to reports reaching me this morning, we heard that they will play in place of Beyond Limits, although it has not been the deal to take their place has not been finalized. That's why we still have their names there.
Yeah.
Beyond Limits are not training to
play
the MPFL. They're not even prepared for. So I think the before the deal is signed and everything, Haaland is going to be there playing that. We just
I cannot wait.
We just hope they don't embarrass us. When I mean embarrass, we don't hear stories like
With 300 million, you can't. You go for relegation again.
See where I'm coming from.
Okay.
You know, we know how Nigeria is. We don't want to hear something like, okay, Heartland, reports breaking news. Heartland would not be playing the FPFM anymore. Maybe after like 1 or 2 games, we'll not be playing. The only means will come. Things are happening in this country.
It's possible. I won't be surprised.
Things are happening in this country.
Then on a lighter note, Falconets won on the 20. Yeah,
They got that win.
the first win against Korea 1-0, and they're to meet Germany, who won Venezuela about 4-2. It's going to be an interesting. I mean, so some people were like, we're not Venezuela one. Falconets is a team that does not concede a lot, while Germany is a team that scores a lot. So it's going to be serious, intense. So this is a team that does not concede. Why this one scores much? So how can you score when we do not concede?
You know one thing I like about our football, our female aspect of the footballing team.
They're always making us proud.
They are quite decent. This is why if someone tell me what a man can do, a man can do better.
It's only in football actually.
It's not only in football, only in Nigerian football. Sorry.
Not only in Nigerian football. What will you say about what about Spain?
Okay.
No.
Even Germany, they are female from beginning to end.
I know we have better strikers. What's her name that retired there? Female is that retired in Imo State. What's her name again?
Maybe.
Obaranozie.
Obaranozie is better than Jackson, of course.
Obaranozie is a keeper. Okay, sorry.
Right.
Obaranozie is better than Jackson. Better than Zeki.
Yeah. Samka is better than them.
I said so. Rounding up, something very awful happened. I'll round up with this one. Happened in the NWFL Championship. You know the what's it called? The relegation phase to come into this thing happened.
Yeah.
And we did Pelican Stars and Imo Strikers win. And it's quite of I just want to put my voice out there and say the media, the Nigerian media keeps trying to put the Nigerian local football on the spotlight, and you guys keep dragging us backwards. We take one step forward, we take us 6 steps backward. I saw videos of 3 goals cancelled, 3 of Imo Strikers goals cancelled. It was I felt like crying. Like this is not like a refereeing error. This was obvious match, fixing on, this was obvious. Yeah. It was so obvious. So I just want to say that you guys are making us, making this thing, making things hard every single time. I don't want to use vulgar language because I'm quite upset with that this thing. So whoever is in charge, whether it's the NWFL, the body, the chairman or the Charlie, whoever is in charge, please, the officiating in the Super 6 this thing was good, was very good, top notch. Where are those referees? Where did you get this particular referees from? If it's match fixing, please look into it and let us move forward as a country. Yes. So thank you, Becca. Thank you, Destiny. My name
You're
is
welcome.
Hisense. Remain Hisense. Of course, please hit the follow button, hit the share button, share our videos, leave a comment in the comment section, and then follow us on all our social media handles, platforms. And also very important, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get the free updates. We're not just about sports. There are other things that we do.
Entertainment news and all that. Yeah.
All times there's a lot of things that we do. So please hit that follow button and get the latest news and of course sport news if you love sports. Thank you.
Stay blessed.
Peace. Out.
Happy New Month, everyone.